Hi ladies and gentlemen, Nerdy Girl. Today is Wednesday, March 28th, 2018, and we're going for our monthly meeting of engineers and musicians. It's been a long trip. I'm driving in all the way from Joliet, so I am pooped out. So I want to kick back and relax. Everybody, enjoy! TRIBECA FLASHPOINT Studios, located at 28 North Clark. Clark and Randolph. So here's a view of high-tech electronics. See that? And type of soundboard that I'd like to sit at. This is nice. Let's look at the speakers. Let's look at the soundboard one more time. And the groovy equipment.
Of the tweeter. The tweeter is in the center location of the 410 bass cabinet that's being played. So we're going for a 421 Sennheiser aimed right at the tweeter. There is an EV-RE20 about 3 inches away from the cab. Right now, so we set for close proximity. Then for recording, we have sometimes for the room. The room mic is over to Glenn's left. Don't move, Glenn. Glenn's left. You turn around. Okay. So now we're talking about, we'll have the placement of a room microphone. Because remember, your source, whether it's live or recording,
Nice mic.
is how it sounds naturally. So we're capturing an up close, so we chose our up close.
Arrive to the recording studio, I dive directly to the soundboard. But business is business, and we have to have roll call.
Live sound engineers in the room. So before today is over, you get a chance to meet with them.
Hi, my name's Claire Finnegan. I'm also getting my associates in recording arts, and I too also want to focus kind of on the live sound aspect of things.
Claire, it sounds like you just copied Jess's.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tonight, you follow Jess, okay?
Yeah.
So she's gonna go around, go with her.
And Claire, how many times have you been at the Wire in Berwyn?
A lot. I believe I know someone related to you.
Oh, wow. That's cool. We'll chat.
Yeah.
No. No chat. I've worked at Wire too, we all have. No. Coming around.
Hi everyone, I'm Dylan Oakley. I graduated from here in 2014, but now I work here as the recording arts studio technician, so I fix everything, keep everything running, all that good stuff. In my free time, I'm working in and out of a couple studios. I have a project space of my own. I'm also been getting more into like the custom design and manufacture of equipment. Not only pre's and stuff, but just any kind of electronic device, whether it be smart applications, AI, that kind of thing. Yeah, essentially anything technical. That's kind of my job around here. So, yeah.
Gotta introduce you to some more people who aren't here. No, the reason why I say that is because we have one of the largest numbers of membership who are designers, who are manufacturers. We have people with their own pre's. John Hardy.
Yeah.
Have you met John?
I have met John.
Have you hung out with John?
I have.
Okay.
He's a great man.
Okay, stop giggling. We have so many designers and manufacturers as well. So you fix microphones?
Yeah.
I got an RE20 with the bad stuff inside. What comes next person?
Paul.
Paul?
On standby. Oh.
Yes, no, yeah.
I'm still putting together a project studio, and I'm also putting together an apartment, actually.
At the same
So I
time, that is
don't feel
amazing.
like I'm in limbo.
Well, we are proud of you being accomplished and continue to work.
Yes, Carlos Bomay, I'm a retired doctor, have a degree in home entertainment electronics. I'm a musician, play guitar, mostly blues and rock.
Pleasure.
Hey, I'm Shannon Baker. Right now, hey. Right now I go to Illinois State for music therapy, but I'm actually coming here for recording arts.
Woo.
And
What? When did this happen? I
told you
just
last
talked to
time.
you like last month.
Music
I
therapy.
told you last month.
You just say it was final. How did you? Yuri got you. I'm angry.
And
He's good. I'm glad Yuri got you. Go ahead.
I like writing songs, and I play the cello, guitar, and piano. So.
Which guitar? Lead or acoustic?
Both.
Okay. No. There are two different ones.
Both.
To be honest with you, lead and rhythm is two different things. I know
Yeah.
some lead players that don't have rhythm. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, my name is Greg Levis. I'm an undergrad student at Illinois Tech for electrical engineering. I'll be finishing in May, and I have an internship lined up at Sure, so I'm going to be doing that. And I don't know, I'm just kind of trying to get back into audio. I went to Crass and actually interned at the studio that Crystal used to manage. So yeah, I'm just trying to get back into audio really.
Don't be fooled. Crystal is still running stuff all over the world. So welcome back, man. We're happy you're here.
I'm John Becker. I'm a violinist, guitarist, composer. I work with violins for a living, and I recorded here maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Former student grad. I bass envy.
You have bass envy.
I'm working on my fingers now.
Well, the bass is what it's about for you tonight.
Hi, I'm Keith Stewart. I'm a home studio engineer currently, and I better make sure I mention it because Marshaun will, working with SSL. I'm
Thank
a
you.
singer.
I was sure about
A singer, writer, songwriter, producer. And I've been around for a little bit, around all you kids.
Thank you for letting me know that you work with the SSL. I appreciate that.
I'm Arthur Evening. I am a composer, producer, songwriter, singer, whatever. And I have a home project studio and help out songwriters if they don't know the tech stuff and help mix them and stuff like that.
Okay. What's your name?
Arturo.
Thank you. Hey, Mr. Singer-Songwriter. Producer.
Hey, I'm Charlie Post. Have my own company, Post Productions Audio, where I work very infrequently because I'm also the recording engineer for the Chicago Symphony.
Straight that up. That phone doesn't get answered.
Not when you call the wrong number.
Okay.
I'm Jovia Armstrong. I'm a percussionist, trained percussionist, and I teach audio classes with Marshaun over at SAE Institute. I'm tour managed. I manage a band. I am actually right now a PhD candidate at University of California, Irvine.
Oh, there you go.
So I'll be doing heavy research on virtual reality, holograms, and music.
Yeah, I know, right? I said yeah.
And Jovia has recorded here with Jess Godwin on many, many occasions, and we love having her here. So
Yeah, thank you.
it's so good to see you.
I didn't mention either.
What?
J.C. Brooks and the Uptown Sound, formerly J.C. Brooks and Uptown Sound, it's now J.C. Brooks Band for legal purposes. But I'm also a member of that group. I just produced our latest EP that's coming out on April 13th. So I can make it to the show.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's when you give your last name.
Hello, my name is Malik Grant. I do production management and live sound
You
engineering.
just came back from tour, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about that? Why
Yeah.
is everybody being so humble? You're here.
I just came back from tour of Steve Aoki, System Tech.
Oh, so did you see everybody like, oh? I'm sorry. Tell them your name again.
Malik Grant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sean Wilkes, I'm freelance live sound engineer, a singer, musician. I play everything but the drums, but not because I can't. Just I hate get cramps in my leg. But,
Steve, I didn't know you could sing. You singing while you're mixing?
sometimes I pay.
Ah, okay. We'll talk about that.
I'm Nathaniel Davis. I work for the Chicago Philharmonic. Although I don't do any recording for them, I'm the outreach and concert assistant.
Say your name again.
Nathaniel Davis.
Yep, see me before you go. You on my list too. No, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I have a thing about unreturned phone calls. No, not from you. No, not from you. I'm sorry. No.
None of the classroom guys want to talk to you.
It's jovial. I'm being silly. Not in real life. It's just his office. It's a lot of people that don't answer calls and stuff.
Yeah.
So I actually.
So I'll make sure next time.
I'll see. No, I'll just see you before you go. I'm glad that you're here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
My name is Glenn Steer. I'm a former product designer for Roland. Here for about 10 years back in the late 90s. So worked on keyboard design and sound modules, general MIDI specifications, with a bunch of manufacturers that used to get together. So I joined yours 2 or 3 years ago, just to keep up with technology. And what I found is the people that are here are great. So I encourage everybody to get involved and communicate with everybody that's involved, because you can learn a lot. And that's why I'm here tonight.
Before the evening is over, Dylan should be coming to talk to you.
Right, yeah.
You didn't work for real.
No, I didn't.
Okay. We the designers have a century of stuff.
My name is Andrew Dewar. I'm a studio manager at a studio called F&F Studios, which is on the west side, Bluegate Fiasco space in Chicago here. Do a lot of live sound on top of that. I'm looking for some interns coming up, so if you're a young budding engineer, don't call me.
No, don't do that. Do that at the end and tell them all together.
Okay.
You just like told us to buy your mixtape. We'll tell them all that together. Cool.
Okay, I'm Rob Gillis, and I've run 3 different recording studios in the last 30 years here or so. And unlike a lot of other people, I work every aspect of the business, from retail to being a critic to doing all sorts of stuff. I'm now working again for the second time with Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs, and Easy Correct, the high-end audiophile company, and we might have a meeting there sometime later this year.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm Scott Rampsayer. I'm a longtime audio engineer in post-production audio. But right now I work for Shure. I do market development, which really just means boots on the ground for corporate and university installed sound.
Do you know this new guy? Where's the Sure guy? You know this new guy?
I just met him tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does that mean you're in the new downtown office now?
And we just moved down
He's coming
to
down. Right. I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
Where's the new office at?
125 South Park.
Nice. Gotta come and see you. Platform, you just. Who's that?
Remember, I just came as a guest with Katrina, sorry.
Tell us your name.
Oh, Debbie, hi.
Everybody say hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi,
We
Debbie.
appreciate you being here as a guest, because it's not, you'll always learn something.
Okay, thank
And
you.
we are welcome to have you in our company.
Thank you.
Glenn?
I'm Glenn Lowe. I'm a guitarist, live engineer, recording engineer, and broadcast engineer. That's true. I've worked and installed sound systems at Trinity United Church of Christ. Those sound bites that you heard on President Obama, I recorded with Pastor Wright. Toured with the Shalettes. Toured with David Brownberg. Recorded with Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan. For a minute.
And I will now throw my whole resume away. Amazing. Glenn actually, when I had a chance to get into the business, I had a few people who tried to talk me out of getting into it. Glenn was one that said, "Hey, Marshaun, you're really smart. watch out. If you really want to do this, you're going to have to bust your butt. And I'm thankful because it's a relationship that's been maintained for over 20 years. So Glenn, thank you.
Hi guys, my name's Andrew Kieran. I'm a first year here at TRIBECA FLASHPOINT. I play guitar, I play bass guitar, as a matter of fact. I play piano, keyboard to sing. I just don't play drums because I just figured that wasn't my cup of tea. But I used to do theater in high school. I used to sing a lot in high school as well, and hopefully I want to stay here for 4 years to get my bachelor's. So, yeah.
Yeah. When you say theater, like Glee?
No, just like drama club.
Oh, drama club.
Yeah.
Still a joke there. Okay, go ahead. I was a theater guy too.
Hello everybody, my name is Rick Voss. I'm a current student here at TRIBECA. I'm interested in live sound and studio work, and possibly electrical engineering after TRIBECA.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
Hello, my name is Faz Khan. I'm a student here at TRIBECA, and I'm getting my associates right now. Would love to do some sound design and post and stuff for some films or video games or something like that.
I'm Steve Ponte.
Tell the truth.
I've been in the music business since like 1980. I know this guy up front from when he did work at that Jingle House, which was a real Jingle House. This is when they actually did jingles. And I've worked at a couple of retail outlets, and now I'm a rep for Pro Media Marketing. Yes, I play guitar. I have a little home Pro Tools system as well. But I brought a mic, and that's why I'm here. I brought a mic. So there you go.
And we're happy you're here.
Yes.
So, I want to hear that mic. It's really bad.
I'm Bobby Gallowich. I graduated here last May. I'm working full-time at AV Chicago and part-time here in the gear office, and I pretend to play bass, which is what I'm going to do today.
So, thank you for being here. So the reason why we go around the room, and it was a few months ago that a few of our founders were at we were at a meeting at Art Institute, and they said, Marshaun, don't forget, we have to introduce ourselves, because I was beginning our meeting as our vice president then, and some of you guys were there. But the reason that Ears was founded was to have this networking opportunity.
Right.
And so we make sure that we go around the room at every meeting and have a basic introduction so that people know. When I sat in that chair 5, 6, 7 years ago, I never knew that I would be as a part of the leadership team. But what I did know was that, hey, I know that name from reading a credit. Hey, I know that name because he did some work on something. Hey, I know that name because I was at a venue and watched them and they did amazing. But the advantage was it gave me opportunity to know who was who. And to some of the students raise your hand, you get a chance to know who's who. And now, in the room, okay, here's one for students. We rarely do this. If you have ever won any type of award in the industry, whether that be for design, music, production, TV, radio, broadcasting, post, anything, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so you got 5 people who won awards in the room. And the recognition is what, from your peers, is what we consider the win. Competing against who did the best in something that you did passionately about what you love to do, it's not a big deal. But to be recognized is a big deal. And so we recognize those of us who are in the room, we recognize our peers, and to your students, for example, you need to make sure that you're nice to that guy over there. You don't get to work at Sure and not be considerate. To these students, there's some people that need to connect with some live guys. There's some people that need to connect with posts. There's some orchestral gentlemen who want to know about Charlie and, yeah, maybe not Charlie. Just that phone call just works. But again, it's the networking that we, Ears started as a networking group. And so we continue that networking. So in that also, we say to those who have opportunities, those who have opportunities and internships, they are available. If you are interested in participating, another non-return phone call. Hey, Stanley. Stanley, you walked in at the perfect time. Please introduce yourself, Professor.
I'm tired, you do it. That's enough.
Professor Stanley, come on up.
Yes.
Here, is the chair here?
Yes.
No, seriously, that's chair. Because I know you had to get here. Come on. We're giving you a chair. So before the evening is over, make sure that you go to those persons. If you have opportunities of internships or work opportunities, can you raise your hand? Can you raise your hand? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so interns, if you're looking for opportunity, go see. Go see. They've already said it. Make sure that is open. You got it tomorrow.
Thank you.
I really want this gentleman to introduce himself, try to collect himself. I will tell you this. This evening, it's all about what? Bass. That's right. So the evening's scheduled performer was Derek Ray. His surname, his stage name is Swole. He is the bass player for Rihanna. He was confirmed a month ago.
Rihanna.
And we had to wait on the anticipation because he recently just got a call. You can look him up. He's Googleable. He just left to go out of town to play for Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Wow.
Say it again.
The world is small.
And right now, they're taking the stage. In 15 minutes, they go on stage. And he said, Marshaun, I'm really sorry I couldn't be here.
Wow.
Because he wanted to be here. But the problem is that, well, it's not a problem, it's a good thing.
Right.
He works for another bass player named Adam Blackstone, who's responsible for a couple of award shows, and he's Justin Timberlake's music director. So because of the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime thing, it's revived some opportunities for Justin, and they are constantly touring now. And they're selling out arenas, which we're happy for. So someone who is a supporter, who's a participant, who comes and says, hey, I support this, and he can make it, we're okay with that. Tonight, our substitute has played for no one?
For his high school jazz band.
He's been playing a very long time. He is well acquainted with his instrument. That's the best I can do. And there are a couple of other persons that are well experienced that said they wanted to try to get in. But tonight is all about that bass. So the person that was bringing the upright, his name is Junius Paul. He was unable to make it back. It's a trifecta here. He was unable to make it back. They got stuck in customs coming from Paris. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And he said, Marshaun, I'm sorry. So they're stuck in like Paris, and they get back like tomorrow. Said that helps me. That does not help me tomorrow. So right now, two other persons will introduce, and then we're gonna get right to it. Tonight is all about that bass. What do we mean about all about that bass? Well, there's two parts. One is the bass has a moving effect to us. There's upright. There's electric. There's a way to mic it. You can DI it. How do you want to do it? So in the educational series, we wanted to start talking about some techniques, some recording techniques. Which mic do I use? Do I use a dynamic? Do I use a condenser? Well, the upright here. We're doing electric tonight. But what mic do I put in front of a cab? Where do I put it in front of the cab? What location's best? What if I want to use more than one mic? What if they tell me to use this one? What should I do? How do I handle that? What is it going to sound like? And here's the opportunity is that tonight we have some special mics. That was terrible ground. I'll give you one back. Tonight we have a couple of mics that would never be here that have been included as a part of the collection. So we're going to do some recording tonight. We're going to do some listening tonight. We're going to do some, not necessarily shooting out, but we're all about technique. We're going to bring up a couple of different people. We're going to go over into the live room. We're going to have a couple of people talk about a couple of different microphones and why. A couple of people are going to be on the spot because I know them and their experience, and they're just going to do what I say. It's true. I'm surrounded by a room full of people who have more experience than my whole life. So I will put them on the spot, and we were going to talk about that bass. Last two persons, I want Professor Stanley to introduce himself.
Good evening. It's been a long day.
I'm just gonna remind you the building closes at 9 o'clock.
Yep, we're going straight in.
Let's go. Let's have some fun.
I am a retired college instructor. I have taught at Northwestern. That was my last stop. Before that, Loyola of Chicago. And my first experience was at DePaul University in the departments and in the schools of music. And I teach, or I've taught.
Tell them your name.
L. Stanley Davis.
So, now he has an entire repertoire that is extensive, and he is actually someone who I talk to for hours because he has so much wisdom and so much instruction. And if you are in school, or if you're an educator, or if you're in the industry, he can give you something to help you better yourself. Because we are limited on time, which is why we said arrive early to make sure that you had a chance to get some of the refreshments, because we're going to dive right in. See Stanley before you leave, because he's an amazing gentleman. One more person came in, but they ducked their hair back out, so I don't care. So right now, who, did I miss anybody? Oh, here you are, yes.
Hi, Anthony Ruffo. I'm a lifetime member of AIRS. I was one of the early founding members of this organization. And semi-retired. I'm getting back. I got a couple of, I'm going to do audiophile pressings. I've got a couple of things that are in the can from 1985 that I did live with Bob Christian, big band, and a few other people. And I'm going to probably do a half-speed audiophile pressing, and then Flags 2 and Virgin Vinyl of it. I'm just getting back into the, I'm an old analog junkie. And that is my only fix is analog, you know what I mean? I love digital, but analog is still the
That's
key.
right, you digital babies. No love for you.
Well, I'm in love with analog.
And I don't see him here, but kudos to Danny Leak, who earned a Stellar Award this past Sunday night.
We had roll call. Now, let's see our bass player and the studio have some fun in action.
Around to see, let me hear what it sounds like in the room. As you see there, guys, crouching down here, let me see what it sounds like over here. Don't stop playing, keep playing. What does it sound like over here? What does it sound like over here? What are the tones that I'm hearing? What's resonating? What's sticking out to me? So as you move around, listen to it how it sounds. Students should be moving. They know this already. You're moving this. It's a workshop. Mic placement is paramount importance. And stop. engineer has had a chance to listen. He went inside and said, you know what, I want to move one of the microphones. The location that he selected, he said, you know what, maybe somewhere else might be better. So now he's making a small adjustment. The EV-RE20 has been moved about 4 inches higher. Okay.
Yeah, just bring it up.
Okay. About 4 inches higher than the previous location it sat. We'll find out the reason why in just a second.
We don't know the reason why because I haven't heard it yet.
Oh. Oh. You took the try? I thought you had a reason. You want it in, right?
What's that?
Oh.
Doesn't it blow up?
It's actually
Can we put an actual bass player on the bass, please? Give it back to Bobby.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah, can we put Bobby back on bass?
Yep. I'm good. Everybody grab seats. Grab seats in here.
Time to grab a seat again.
Definitely.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I actually, my friend Alex used to play there. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Summit on the Marina.
Those are good bands. In the 421, the V13 Vanguard is plugged into Hardy because I wanted a transparent preamp to listen to what the two mic sounds like. And then, I don't know where the guy's going. Hardy 1. Hardy 1. So we've got 2 APIs and 2 Hardys.
2 APIs, 2 Hardy mic pre's.
And I am open to suggestions for if anyone wants to hear a certain preamp or whatever. I'm down to hear any suggestions.
Let's go for our first take. We're going to have our bass player play for a couple of minutes, and then Yuri will lead us. He's going to select and solo through different channels.
What is that noise?
So that's the bass player? It's the human in the room. So he's going to play for a couple of minutes. Yuri's going to solo and select some different ones. When he does that, he'll call out the mic pre if he changes it. When he changes the selection, he'll call it out so we can hear the difference.
Wherever that 421 is, it's noisy.
You want me to jump the tweeter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you're playing for the next 5 minutes straight.
How Mike?
We believe in you.
We need a sound check on the DI.
Hold on. Bobby, we got to sound check the DI. Give me 1 second.
Oh, the 421? Yeah, probably not as close for that good.
All right, Bobby, just play a little bit. We need to sound check the DI.
Added it. That's how he's playing. Okay.
That's DI. That's DI. All right, Bobby, you ready? All right, we're rolling. Have some fun. Slow down. Does anyone else want to jump in? This is my show. Solo Vanguard? The room mic?
Right.
Bass is one of the instruments I'm in love with.
That isn't, yeah.
Should I,
Anyone have another suggestion for the room mic?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go move it.
Whoever's gonna do it, walk around the room and say, I like how it sounds right here. Keep putting the mic there. Use your ears. That sounds good.
I know it's crazy using your ears.
We don't have ears.
Sometimes. I only mix it up.
Oh, I thought ears was just the name of the group.
Mixed with your specialized. My friends. Well, I'm just like.
You have lovely glasses, girl.
Oh, thank you. The first pair that I've liked since I've been wearing glasses since 2nd grade. First pair of glasses I've actually liked right away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've had success with this before using our mults, so we can try it. I've never tried it with dynamic mics. I've tried it with condenser mics, and the phantom power usually works.
What's
I
his
know-
request?
To try 2 or 3 different preamps on the same mic.
So let's try the Wonder.
You wanna try the Wonder?
Yeah.
And what else?
So the
On
guy
which one?
The guy from Shure didn't ask for a Shure mic?
We have an SM7B out there.
Oh, okay.
We have an MV88 we can plug into our phones too, if you want to just throw it in the room.
Yes,
Where should I put a TRI-20 in? In the wall.
It is
It's in.
on the 20.
So this is the area 20.
It's where we started. It's normal.
Say it again. Which mic are we listening to?
This is the area 20.
It's either 19 or 20.
Is that API?
You said it's normal.
This is the area
It's
20.
19.
Hold on. Pause it for a sec.
520 through the API 512C mic trace.
Great River?
Yeah. 7. And then Valentine, where do you go?
He said Wonder.
And this is the Sennheiser 421, also to the API 512C. Now,
That's the 421.
421.
What do you got in the tweeter though?
Also to the 512C. So was the point here, I was out of the room when this happened, was the point here to blend the 2 mics? Yeah, we had a problem in that mic.
TRIBECA FLASHPOINT College, Fall 2017 Outstanding Academic Achievement.
Something else.
We all have stories. The question is how to tell the story. The right way to tell the story, to communicate what you're really feeling with an audience. That's the creative challenge. Richard Linklater.
What do you teach at SAE?
People around you that you're willing to do anything for what you want to do. No fear, no greed, no
I'm not a
envy.
tech dude, just so you know.
Vincent D'Onofrio. The user is the content. All great artists start with nature and life. Henry Selick. Experience just comes at us. We look for some way to superimpose some order.
But your
The
instrument
random
is you
chaos
drum,
of
right?
things.
You are
Art
art.
is one way to
Percussion,
understand that
okay,
there is
opposed
some
to the
order
track
to all the madness.
I'm sure
Some
you can do all
art is
kinds
what
of
people want from
What
you
do you, I'm asking, how
sincerely
do you
learning.
find yourself? We were just like, what is it do? I don't see him now.
Joe
Me and,
Raphael.
the symphony guy,
Right,
Charlie.
perfect.
Yeah, we was just, okay. We were just having that conversation of people who are good at anything and know that, you know.
Oh, this is the way.
Those kind of people oftentimes do all kind of other stuff too, and are good at other things.
No.
What?
No, they're almost as bad as.
Dude, you're breaking my heart. Don't do that.
I mean, listen, I don't know who these
You two guys are still talking.
If it's color broadcasting, green is a better color, is what I understand.
I don't think there's anything in there.
And also, I learned about presbyopia on Northern Exposure.
Is there sightedness, isn't it? No? Farsightedness?
Old eyes. Presbyterian.
Oh, okay.
It's where your muscles, and so you get a whole different vision that you've never had before, even though you've had bad vision all your life.
Oh, so it just becomes a different.
Nice studio.
A different kind of bad.
One of the main female characters was also
I was like, I'm just so scared of Chicago. I know.
Flashpoint, the Academy of Media, Arts, and Sciences. Hey, Crystal, did I tell you that I had a crystal radio when I was a little girl?
Did you?
How are you guys?
Hi, good.
So, welcome to the tour of our post-production facilities. You've all seen our music studios.
Yes.
We have 2 smaller facilities in here that are set up for post-production.
Yeah.
So this space is a fully functional mixing space and 5.1 surround sound. We have a subwoofer down there, and then the 5 barefoots in surround. And then we also have a stereo pair of vocals in front of it. See? Oh, I'm sorry. So the folding
That's a nice
space,
trick.
isn't it? So I do that to my students. So this is our folding recording space. Again, it's wired through the walls to both of our spaces, so you can record it in there and there. They're both connected to this room. Come on in. There's plenty of space.
Kind of done tour stuff here before. You guys have done stuff with like on-set like video and sound. Like you guys have, that has actually been on TV and stuff, right? Like I don't remember.
It's a view from the top of the stairs.
All the time. All the time.
So is there a way to get?
This is really a nice facility. They have some great equipment here. The music sounds great. The video is good. This is a nice facility. TRIBECA FLASHPOINT College. Hope the Highway? Yes. You guys are making films as opposed to learning how to make films. That's where film education is going. Okay, time to go home. Watch any of my videos, you know that I like to eat. So, it's pig out time. Pig out time. Pig out time.
In the other room.
Get it before I dial it.
Oh, I've done that.
Director's assistant, that's what it is.
It's weird because you can make up the number, it may look like it's something or it isn't.
My kind of sandwich.
Like, we're getting people that want assistance.
Anything about eating. It's up my alley.
And it's apparent, Eric will ask me to leave, but he was later recalled by the parents.
Get
so
him a
they're-
little bit
You know what I mean?
back from the
I don't know, people have these opinions of me that have something to do maybe with whatever my behavior might be.
This is the first
When I was in, I think, the 9th grade,
Yeah.
I turned around to look at the girl behind me and I smiled. She said I should learn. Not really the kind of smile you want people to think you're, at least it wasn't.
Here, Catherine, from the recording meeting. Here's some food for you, Catherine. Here. A sandwich and 2 different kinds of chips. This concludes our Wednesday, March 28th, 2018 meeting of engineers and musicians. If you like this video, please click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.